Have you ever wanted to say that you started something in the past and you're still doing it now? Or maybe you just finished something and the results are obvious? Well, there's a perfect tense for that. And today, we're diving deep into the present perfect continuous. Don't let the long name scare you. It's super useful, and by the end of this video, you'll be using it like a pro. So what is it? We use the present perfect continuous to talk about actions that started in the past and are still happening right now. Think about it. I started talking a few seconds ago, and I'm still talking. So I can say, I have been talking for a moment. See? Simple. Let's break down how to form it. The structure is really consistent. You need a subject, then have or has, followed by been, and finally, the main verb with an ing ending. So subject plus have has plus been plus verbing. When do we use have and when do we use has? Have is for I, you, we, and they. For example, you have been watching this video. We have been learning English. Has is for he, she, and it. For example, she has been studying all morning. Or he has been waiting for the bus. Easy, right? It's just like the regular present perfect. Let's look at some more examples to make it crystal clear. Imagine you're waiting for a friend who's late. You could say, I have been waiting here for 30 minutes. This means you started waiting 30 minutes ago and you're still waiting. Or maybe you're really into a new TV series. You could tell your friend, I have been watching this show all week, it's amazing. You started it and you're still in the process of watching it. Now, a key feature of this tense is its focus on the duration of the action. We often use the words for and since to specify how long the action has been going on. For is used with a period of time, like for 2 hours, for 3 days, for 10 years. For example, they have been playing tennis for 2 hours. That tells us the length of the game. Since, on the other hand, is used with a specific point in time, like since 8 a.m., since Monday, since 2020. For example, he has been working at that company since 2020. This tells us the starting point of his employment. So, remember, for duration, since for a starting point. Let's practice. Would you say, I have been living here for 2015, or since 2015? That's right, since 2015, because it's a specific point in time. What about 5 years? You got it. I have been living here for 5 years. Okay, so that as the first major use, an action that started in the past and continues to the present. But there's a second, equally important use. We can also use the present perfect continuous for an action that has just recently stopped, but the results or evidence are still visible now. Imagine you walk into your kitchen and see flour everywhere, and your hands are covered in dough. You might say, I'm so tired because I have been baking bread. The baking is finished, but the mess and your tiredness are the present results. Or let's say your friend's eyes are red. You could ask, have you been crying? The crying has stopped, but the red eyes are the evidence. Here's another one. You see puddles on the ground. You look up, the sky is clear, but you can say, it has been raining. The rain has stopped, but the wet ground is the result. This use emphasizes the recent activity and its connection to the present moment. So, to recap the two main uses. First, an action that began in the past and is still going on. Second, an action that recently finished but has a clear result in the present. Now, let's talk about making questions and negative sentences. It's very straightforward. To make a question, you just invert the subject and have or has. So, you have been studying becomes, have you been studying? She has been working becomes, has she been working? Simple. For negative sentences, you just add not after have or has. I have been waiting becomes I have not been waiting, or the contraction, I haven't been waiting. He has been sleeping becomes he has not been sleeping, or he hasn't been sleeping. Again, very predictable and easy to remember. So let's put it all together. Imagine a conversation. Your friend asks, why are you so out of breath? You could reply, I have been running. Recent action with a present result. Your friend might then ask, how long have you been running? And you could say, I've been running for about an hour. I've been training for a marathon since last month. Action continuing to the present, using for and since. See how it all flows together? One important point to remember: we don't usually use this tense with stative verbs. What are stative verbs? They are verbs that describe a state or condition, not an action. Think of verbs like know, believe, understand, own, seem, or love. For example, you wouldn't say, "I have been knowing him for years." It just sounds wrong. Instead, you would use the present perfect simple. "I have known him for years." Similarly, instead of, "She has been owning that car since she graduated," you'd say, "She has owned that car since she graduated." The action of knowing or owning isn't a continuous activity with a visible process, it's a state. So for these kinds of verbs, stick to the present perfect simple. So present perfect continuous for action verbs and present perfect simple for stative verbs. That's a great rule of thumb. Let's do a quick quiz to see what you've learned. I'll give you a situation, and you try to make a sentence using the present perfect continuous. Ready? Situation 1. Your brother started playing video games 3 hours ago, and he's still playing. What can you say about him? Pause. You could say, "He has been playing video games for 3 hours. Great job." Situation 2. You just finished painting your room and your clothes are covered in paint. What do you tell your mom when she asks why you're a mess? Pause. You could say, "I have been painting my room." Perfect. Situation 3. Ask a question. Your friend started a new job last week. You want to know if she is enjoying it? Pause. You could ask, "How have you been enjoying your new job?" This implies the experience is ongoing. You guys are doing great. The present perfect continuous is all about connecting the past with the present in a dynamic way. It adds a sense of duration and ongoing activity to your speech, making it more vivid and descriptive. You've been paying attention so well throughout this video. So, the next time you want to talk about how long you've been doing something or explain a situation based on a recent activity, you'll know exactly which tense to use. Keep practicing, and it will become second nature. Try to make your own sentences today. Think about what you have been doing all day. For example, "I have been working on this video for you." Thank you so much for watching. I hope this lesson has been helpful. If you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more English grammar lessons. Click that notification bell so you won't miss the next one. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I have been enjoying making these videos, and I hope you have been enjoying watching them. See you next time.